January clearance event is going on now at Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. Get up to $10,000 off new 2016 F-150s and up to $10,000 off 2017 Expeditions. Plus 0% financing. Credit problems are no problem at Mike Birch. Our finance department is ready to put you in a new car for the new year. Remaining 2016 inventory has got to go now, so don't miss out on the savings. Come see them at Mike Birch Ford or 24/7 at MikeBirchFordBlackshear.com.
The January clearance event has started at Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. We're overstocked on new vehicles, huge savings, and top dollar for your trade. Right now, up to $10,000 off remaining 2016 F-150s, $10,000 off 2017 Expeditions, and 0% financing. Plus our free lifetime powertrain warranty on all new vehicles. Stop the search. Call Mike Birch, 912-449-4446 or 24/7 at MikeBirchFordBlackshear.com. 0% financing with approved credit. See dealer for details.
3 minutes after 8 o'clock, you're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO-FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial. Butch Hubbard here with you Thursday morning, 26th day of January. We do have a 60% chance of showers today. High today, once again, it's going to be right around 70 degrees and breezy and cloudy, partly cloudy tonight. And then sunny tomorrow, high tomorrow, 57. Going to be kind of cool on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Omaha level is 11.8 feet and kind of cresting. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Jessup Premium Stores, located out here on the Waycross Highway, by Republic Services, and by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. And this is, and I didn't realize, we got Christy Carter in here this morning from the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, Christy.
Good morning, and listen, I know I told the listeners I'd be back on Wednesday, and I apologize for that. So I'm glad to be here Thursday. Good morning.
Good morning. You know, I knew that the chamber had set up having the different school choices come in this week. You know,
Yep.
We did the homeschooling on Monday, and today is going to be a private school, and,
Yes.
and tomorrow's will be public school. But I didn't realize the fact that this week Georgia focuses on school choice. This is school choice week throughout the state of Georgia, with events going on all over the state of Georgia about school choice. From kindergarten all the way up through 12th grade, and events are going on throughout the state to let folks know about the public schools, the private schools, and homeschooling.
Yes, it's on every education option for your child. I mean, they're all going to be different, so each child needs something different. So the Chamber's supporting National School Week. Again, it's January 22nd through the 28th, and today we have Sherry Bowen with the principal of Solid Rock Christian Academy. She has 15 years of experience in Christian education. She's married to Ben Bowen from David's Clothing. They have 3 boys, and they've been married 13 years, Sherry, right?
Almost 14.
Oh, count those days.
Yep.
The school was founded in 2012, and it goes from pre-K all the way up to 8th grade. So I'm going to turn this over to Sherry and let her share a little bit about the school.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you. We are glad to be here and always enjoy the opportunity to tell anyone in our community or anyone that will listen about Solid Rock Christian Academy, where we started, where we are now. But first, before I go any further, I'd like to just introduce Rebecca Brantley. She is a teacher at Solid Rock Christian Academy. She wears many hats, as many of us do at the school. She teaches, she helps me as an assistant, sweeps if necessary, runs copies if necessary, whatever, you name it, we all do it up there to make it all work. So,
Okay.
So as Christy mentioned earlier, I'm the principal of Solid Rock Christian Academy. We began in 2012. For those listeners who do not know, we opened our doors in August of 2012, with primarily our focus being on ages 4 and 5, with a pre-K and K focus, and we started with 12 students. We are thrilled and excited to say that almost 5 years later, we are offering grades pre-K through 8th, and we serve 70 students. So the growth has been tremendous, and we're excited about the direction that we're going in.
No, of course, excited about it. I've got 2 grandsons there that have been, the oldest one, Maddox, has been there since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And Mason is there. Maddox is 8, and Mason is 5. And then talking to Maxton this week, he's all excited because he'll turn 4 in July, and he'll be able to go to Solid Rock starting in August. So right now, 2 of my grandchildren, have 3 of them, they're starting in August there at Solid Rock Christian Academy.
That's right. We'll have all 3 of the Hubbard boys with us finally. I know their mom's going to be excited to have them all under one roof. But one thing I wanted to just start off by saying, many of you maybe see our motto around, and it is to challenge minds, cultivate hearts, and impact culture. And one of our focus at Solid Rock Christian Academy is teaching the whole child. And that can include, well, it should include many things. We feel like it should include academically as well as train their heart and their character. You know, I think we would all agree that the children in our community are the key. They will be the leaders that will come after all of us, and we want to put all of our efforts into training them and teaching them and giving them the best opportunity that we can now so that they can be leaders in our community.
Okay, we got Sherry Boyne in this morning, the principal of Solid Rock Christian Academy. Now, y'all are currently located inside and renting facilities from Unity Church of God. Now, y'all are totally separate entities. All you do is just rent space there for the school. And I know y'all are working on getting your own facility. Is that correct?
Yes, we are. We are aggressively working on that, and there are things that we don't want to be premature in announcing, but there are lots of exciting things going on currently this week as we speak, and we are looking to relocate to our very own facility, and we are planning and praying that we will be able to start next school year in our own facility.
Okay, so that would be, I know that's exciting for Solid Rock because y'all wanted your own space. And I know that when Pastor George was there and the organization there, they graciously rented space to you, let you use the facilities there, and they've been fantastic to y'all. But I know that in the long run, you wanted your own facility on campus for Solid Rock Christian Academy.
Yes, absolutely. We are very thankful for Unity Church of God and their graciousness to allow us a place to start. And but we want the community to see us as a permanent fixture here in Wayne County. So many of our surrounding counties have both successful public schools and Christian private schools, and we believe Wayne County can do the same. And so we just love doing what we do at Solid Rock Christian Academy. We think we can offer some things that some parents are looking for. We know that we won't be able to service every child in our community, but we believe, when we look back over our growth, it's definitely for sure that there are many families who are looking for something different, because as Christy mentioned earlier, every child is different, and every child deserves the opportunity for their needs to be met individually, and that's what we're going to try to do.
Okay, folks, this is National School Choice Week, and as a program of work for the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce, the Chamber through Christy Carter and through the committee there decided to let's talk about school choice here in Wayne County. And so on Monday, we had a lady in here who homeschooled her child, who's now in college, all the way from the beginning all the way through high school, because they were in the Army and different places, so they homeschooled. That's available. And today we're talking about private schools, Solid Rock Christian Academy, and what it means to go to a private school and what folks can expect. And then tomorrow we'll have School Superintendent Jay Brinson in tomorrow talk about the public schools. Christy?
Do you want to add anything as the teacher?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Introduce yourself, please.
I'm Rebecca Brantley, and I do help Sherry, and I teach 4th grade. I've been there. I came a year after this school started, and I've been there 4 years now. And one of the things that I would like to point out that I've enjoyed the freedom to be able to do is actually teach again. And we were very blessed to have many of our teachers, the majority of our staff actually come from a public school background. And they just wanted something different where they could tailor the education more to the child. And one of the things that I enjoy as a teacher at Solid Rock is we're able to bypass some of the state regulations and standards that we feel are not best for children, and take the curriculum and really make it suit the needs of our children. And because of that, we have a lot more instructional time, and we're able to take the struggling learner and challenge that child, but also the advanced learner. And one of the differences I've been able to see where I'm at compared to where I was when before I came to Solid Rock is a lot of my focus had to be on teaching a child how to pass the test, and we spent so much time doing that so much instructional time was lost. But because we can pass some of those state standards, we're able to meet the needs of our children better. Our class sizes are very small. Our average student-teacher ratio is about 12-1, and children definitely get a lot more individualized attention. Our relationship with our parents is extremely strong, and I feel like parents have a lot more of a voice in their child's education compared to some other opportunities.
Through Solid Rock Christian Academy, what kind of curriculum do you have, and how do you make sure it still continues to meet Georgia state standards for them to move on into the public school once they get past the eighth grade into high school and then into college?
We are accredited through GACS, and that's one way that we're held accountable. And GACS does have standards that we follow that are national standards. And what we have found is we use the Bob Jones curriculum, and it's a traditional curriculum. The math, science, history, and all that, it's a very traditional curriculum. It's from a Christian worldview. But we have found that students who transfer out of our school after eighth grade to go to ninth grade, or students who've come into our school, doing a different curriculum, that ours just about every single time is higher, and the curriculum is more advanced. Our students are definitely on track and tend to be above and beyond where they need to be.
Okay. Solid Rock Christian Academy here in Jessup and Wayne County started a few years ago and continues to grow. I believe you said you started off with 12 students. You're up to 70. You started off with pre-K and K. You go all the way through eighth grade now. And you're looking at getting your own facility, your own campus here, hopefully starting in August with the 2017-2018 year. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to move the mic on back around there. Christian?
Sorry, correct. I was about to add, Jody Ammons, our Vice Chair of Education, and we went in there yesterday to visit, and we saw every classroom, and it was very nice. We had a tour by your assistant, Miss Leanne, and it was just a joy to hear those children. They were singing Noah's Ark songs. It was really sweet, and I'm glad that, like I said, there's different options for every child, and if you've not been to the school, I encourage you to tour it, and I'm sure the excitement of the new ones coming up, so that even builds some more anticipation.
Well, my favorite day is Grandparents' Day in November when they put
I've always loved Grandparents' Day.
I have a great event that goes on there for the grandparents, and I really enjoy that.
Yes. In fact, this past Grandparents' Day, which we celebrate in November, we kind of put together Thanksgiving and Grandparents' Day together, and in one day, one celebration. And this year, we did a patriotic theme program, and we actually have that video, and it's on YouTube if you want to go to it, and you can search Solid Rock Christian Academy. We were very, very proud of our students and the material that they memorized and learned, and we just felt that it was a good year to just convey the patriotism, and our kids. It was just amazing to see them kind of take on those same feelings. And so if you want to check that out, we would love for you to do that. One thing I do want to go back to, I'm looking at some of my notes, a recent statistic that I read that was very alarming is that our current dropout rate is 7,000 kids per day. Wow. And when you think about that, it's very sad, honestly. And I think it's because, again, children, they're getting lost in our systems, and that is not to the fault of any teacher, because they're doing the best that they can, but I believe they're doing all that they can, and I feel like we can team together and offer something, like I said, smaller class sizes to meet the needs of some of these kids who feel like they're kind of slipping through the cracks. And so we feel like parents, our goal at Solid Rock Christian Academy is to be an extension of the home. I read that a child will spend over 1,100 hours in school throughout the course of a year. And so you think about that amount of time that students are spending away from home. So there's that many hours that they're under someone else's care. besides their home.
Okay.
And so we want to be able to extend what their parents are teaching them as far as values and morals, and we want to give them as much positive influence as we can and just be a partner with parents and provide that for the children throughout the day.
Okay, now this is a total private school. Y'all are funded by tuition, is that correct? Y'all don't receive any state dollars at all?
We do not.
No tax dollars, no state dollars, no nothing at all, nothing from the county or the state at all. It's all tuition based at Solid Rock Christian Academy.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
You said you had this last November's Grandparents' Day on YouTube. Do you have the year before?
The year before, I don't think it's not on YouTube. I know.
That was so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Now,
I
I'm
was sitting there
sure.
looking at that thing. I said, I wish I'd have taken that. The way the kids were talking about the grandparents. Yeah, we know y'all go to bed at 4:30 in the afternoon, but you know we still love you anyway. And it was so funny. Some of the things the kids said.
If you went to our Facebook page, which we have a Facebook page, you could probably find it on there. I'm sure someone posted it, but yeah, that was quite a humorous.
That was funny the way the kids
play.
were talking about grandparents.
Yeah. It was. It was.
It was absolutely hilarious. I wish I did. Maybe I can find it somewhere because I'd love to be able to watch and listen to that again from that year.
Also, we do have a website. It's www.srcajessup.org. We have all the information that we can probably tell you over the phone. You can find on the website from our cost handbooks. Enrollment forms, anything that you're looking for, you can find that. And then our number, we can be reached at 424-8316.
8316, 424?
424-8316. And you feel free to call. We invite and welcome any parents who want to just come and check us out and look through the classrooms, watch our teachers. The kids always love to see, new faces. And we, in fact, actually, since we started back in January, we are giving tours about every other day. So I believe there's a lot of interest from families looking and trying to decide what they're going to do for next year. And so we have so many calls already, and we are getting ready to open up registration for the upcoming school year.
Okay, and the website again was
srcajessup.org.
Spell out Jessup.
Mm-hmm.
.org.
.org.
So Solid Rock Christian Academy, just the first letters of each one of those, srcajessup.org. Okay? It's your website, and folks can check out Solid Rock Christian Academy here in Jessup.
Yes.
And it's interesting. I'm glad to see that Solid Rock Christian Academy is growing. And I know that first year or so that it was kind of you're wondering, and next thing you know, you're being blessed, and now you're up to 70 all the way through 8th grade. As you mentioned, you're doing more tours. Hopefully by August, you'll have your own campus, your own facility to show folks that you are a permanent part of the community and here to be here for many, 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 many years to come.
That's right.
Okay.
Maybe one of my boys will take my position and run for it. Here's to hoping.
And once again, folks, we've got Sherry Bowen here, principal of Solid Rock Christian Academy here in Jessup. This is National School Choice Week, so these kind of activities are going on all throughout the country, showing the parents out there there's more than just one choice when it comes to schools for your kids. There's homeschooling, there's private schools, there's public schools, of course, the charter schools. There's many different schools out there, and folks are being educated this week. Because as we were talking to the lady on Monday, folks out there who have a child in a private school and a child in public school, or you may have a child who's homeschooled and one in the private school or public school. And she knew a family that had one in each, homeschooled, one in private school, and one in public school. So it's just whatever you and your child thinks best for them on which choice they want to make.
Actually, Butch, Becky Anderson, who's y'all's art teacher, right? She was our speaker for Monday, and she's made that switch from homeschooling, and now she's an educator in at the private level.
Yeah, she never mentioned which school she was at. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, she is our art teacher. She is phenomenal. The kids love Miss Becky. That's something else that we can offer along with our curriculum. We have art and STEM, and the students, they love it. Miss Becky she is in charge of both of those, and she does a phenomenal job with both of those areas.
You want to know more about Solid Rock Christian Academy here in Jessup, you can give them a call at 424-8316, 424-8316. Check out their website at srcajessup.org. And they'll be glad to set up where you can come by and tour and see the students and what's going on there and go over the curriculum and see what it's all about. All right. Anything else that y'all would like to add this morning? I know y'all got to get up to the school.
Yes.
They're in class right now.
Yes, they are. I would just say stay tuned and just listen out. We will begin, as I said earlier, registration for the upcoming school year in the next couple of weeks, and we'll put out information on our Facebook page, again, our website, and we're just excited to see what the next step is for Solid Rock Christian Academy.
Sounds good. Appreciate y'all coming in and talking about the choice of a private school for the students out there. Christy, what else?
Yes, I always want to chime in at the end here. Just want to remind everybody, January 31st is the Chamber and Industrial Development Authority ribbon cutting, open house, and reception. It'll take place at our new location at 261 West Plum Street, which I've been told was the old Health Department building.
Yes, it was at one time.
To the right of VIP Office Solutions, kind of on Plum Street. We will, like I said, it's going to be from 5 to 7. You'll get to tour around, look at the place. But the ribbon cutting will take place at 5:30, and we'll have our chair, the chamber chair, Joy Birch Meeks, will say some words, and the IDA new chair, their fiscal year starts in January, which will be Ralph Trapnell. He will be speaking to at the very beginning, and then we'll cut the ribbon right at 5:30. I do have one small shout out.
And once again, that date is for the ribbon cutting there at the chamber?
That date is Tuesday, January 31st.
Okay, last day of the month. Okay, go ahead for the shout out.
And the last shout out is today is Molly O'Haron's birthday, our chamber admin assistant. So
good.
You see her or want to email her, wish her happy birthday.
Okay, we get continuous emails from Molly to keep us updated on what's going on with the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. Well, ladies, y'all have a good day. And Bob and I'll be back more of the world famous Butch and Bob show in just a moment.
Saturday, February 25th, Big Dog Country WIFO presents The John Conway Show. John Conway. Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College in Jessup. The John Conway Show. Tickets available locally at Sears. Online at www.itickets.com or by calling 800-965-9324. Don't miss John Conway. Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College in Jessup.
All right, 825, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup. And Bob, it's back to the courthouse today, right?
Back to the courthouse. I said one final state witness, then the defense brings their witnesses, and then it'll get to the jury, hopefully today or tomorrow. Not sure how many defense witnesses there are.
Okay, and this is the murder trial, murder trial for what victim again, please?
Wendell Lee. It's a gang-related killing. They said they're all in the gangs, and I said they were suspected. According to the testimony from everybody, the person in prison who was running the organization with a cell phone 24/7, which nobody understands, but he made apparently this Wendell Lee was in the organization and took money from the organization. It was supposed to go to the drug cartel in Atlanta. The Mexicans, $41,000 was missing. The order was to beat him up, but something went wrong, and he wound up being shot to death.
Okay, and that was the testimony by the state, is that correct?
That's the testimony by the state and the defense.
Okay.
Yeah, as they say in defense, there's no good actors in this story. It's a sad story. It's a gang-related shooting took place in December of 2013, back on December 23rd during Christmas. Most people remember there's other shootings, other murders that will be tried later. It was just a bad time in Wayne County, but it was all gang-related. They're all charged with gang-related activity. They're charged with felony murder. There's three people involved in this one person's murder. Those two people will be tried at a later date. One of those is supposedly testify today, but they expect him to take the fifth. He's going to be called to court as a defense witness, but they doubt he's going to tell anything. But
okay, now they're from Hinesville, but they just happened to happen in downtown Jessup, right?
It happened over in the Hill. At that abandoned house.
Okay.
That they were directed to go to.
All right, so Bob will be at the courthouse today as the trial continues, and perhaps maybe it will go to the jury today. We'll find out and see if any type of verdict is reached before the end of the week. We don't know. But the trial continues on, and then you've got another murder trial to cover next week. Is that correct?
Another drug-related shooting. And
Okay.
the victim, Richard Trantham, the person on trial is Rogers. So, again, that all takes place on Monday. They already picked the jury on Monday. That murder trial starts on Monday of this week. So, another murder trial. And again, a lot of pleas being taken today as well.
A lot of pleas, huh?
And another, so they got 3 courtrooms, so the other courtroom will take place. Please, I said the other murder trial, again, the trial of the state of Georgia versus state of Georgia versus Robert Donald Rogers, charged with the March 26, 2016 shooting death of Richard Trantham. Again, it's another drug-related shooting. Begins Monday at the courthouse. So,
Okay.
a lot of murder trials. They said there's been a lot of murders in Wayne County, and all these trials they're trying to get them through.
Try to get them in. All right. And let's see, got the Pro Bowl this weekend. Orlando, it's different. It's going back to the original AFC versus NFC instead of 2 captains picking folks, right?
Unfortunately, most players were selected, bailed, and they're down to Matt Moore of Miami.
You know, that amazes me. They talk about Pro Bowler this, and this guy went to the Pro Bowl, and he's, like it's a big honor when you mention this guy with the Pro Bowl, but then when it comes down to the Pro Bowl, it's like, I love the honor, but I'm not going to go play. I mean, if you're going to put it on your resume, go play,
Yeah, I think the trip to Hawaii was an incentive, trip to Orlando, I said, more and more discussions to do away with the Pro Bowl. The ratings have been a disaster. No one really tunes in. They're ready for the Super Bowl. So you got to find something different. I don't know what they're going to find.
They tried. They tried different things, different venues. They tried the last few years where you had 2 captains picking the teams. Now they're going back to the AFC, NFC venue. Don't know. It's just one of those things that, it's football. You got some of the best players out there, not maybe some of the best, because they want to not play, but you still have professional athletes out there that they're putting on a football game.
Well, problem is, it's not really physical, You don't see the big hits. You don't, it turns into pretty much a flag football game with a score normally about 45, 42, up and down the field. So.
Kind of like the NBA All-Star game, right?
It's just
130 to 129.
It's just not a lot of interest in the game at all. So, I mean, they've talked about just doing away with it altogether, but I'm not sure what they're going to do. Be interested to see how the ratings are this coming Sunday.
It's going to be Sunday night in Orlando. We'll have the game for you right here on 105.5 FM. And then next week, we begin all our Super Bowl coverage. You'll be able to hear every angle, every interview, every star on our AM station, AM 1370 The Buzz, Fox Sports Radio, WLOP, with Dan Patrick and Jim Rome and Rich Eisen. All the gang, they're going to be on Radio Row interviewing every athlete that you can think of, plus celebrities, and that all the way on our AM station, AM 1370 The Buzz. And then on Sunday, we'll have the Super Bowl for you in the pregame, all right here on 105.5 FM on Super Bowl Sunday. And then we'll have a 3-hour special Jim Rome show on our AM station, AM 1370, The Buzz, Fox Sports Radio, on that Sunday afternoon also. So we are your radio station to keep up with all the NFL playoffs, and especially the Super Bowl next week. It's going to be wall-to-wall coverage next week. Well, Bob, hope you have a good day. All right. Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup, world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Republic Services, by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, and by Jessup Premium Stores located out here on the Waycross Highway. The time now is 8:31. Let's check in with the latest news from Fox News Radio.
Fox News Radio, I'm Dave Anthony.
There is a lot of hope out there, and we've got a responsibility on our hand, and we don't take it lightly.
House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy at a GOP retreat in Philadelphia.